Ladies and gentlemen, ever since Trump has been in office, the folks have really been going through it. They've been suffering with the economy. They are breaking down, ladies and gentlemen. They don't know what to do. Some of them think that, oh, well, Trump's in office, I'm going to be more anti-black and everything. And that's okay if you want to do that. Because believe it or not, that's waking my people up. So carry on. But that's not putting food on the table. That is not keeping the lights on in people's homes. That's not paying for these high dollar gas prices in the overall white community. And I want you to watch what this woman breaks down, because she just can't figure out how to make it here in America. And it's quite interesting because us as Black Americans have always been in a position of struggle. We have been sabotaged by our government constantly. We've had our, upward mobility bombed and everything else that has happened to us as Black Americans. So for them to start getting just a little taste of what we have dealt with for hundreds of years, it's just quite ironic. Well, let's go ahead and check this out.
How is everybody doing anything anymore? How is this supposed to work? I'm trying so hard. And what are we even doing all of this for anymore? The bad people win. The good people get stomped on. And with my life blowing up the way that it has in the past month, I'm having a really, really hard time. I'm just wondering how everybody's supposed to keep doing this. How we're supposed to just keep smiling when everything sucks. It's not okay. It's not okay. I'm not okay. And I'm starting to wonder if I ever will be. If we ever will be.
Because it just came to mind while, I was still reviewing this video with you. This is a new day. The day of, privilege is over. You can't just show up anymore. You actually got to do things by merit. And see, this is what it is. People within your community literally practice the same thing they did when originally they left and they ran from Europe. See, the same thing was going on. If you look at European history, this same thing was going on in Europe. They created a elite class, the 1% that we would say today, and they had the poor among them. And the 1% among them at that time period was greedy, siphoned all the resources, and led the poor Europeans to have scraps. And so a lot of them left their homeland to come over here for a new opportunity. They had to flee. And unfortunately, people don't get away from their culture. And what ended up happening here? The same thing. You got a 1% class that's greedy, and they can care less about them. The only difference between in Europe versus here was the elite class told them, well, look, we all white. And so, hey, at least you're not black. And so you're better than them. But yet they're doing the exact same thing to them like they did in Europe. Right. And then these elite white folks get with each other and be laughing at them. Like, they really believe they part of us just because we say they white. These people are laughing at you at the country club. They're laughing at you on vacation. They're laughing at you. Literally, they get a kick out of your poverty. They get a kick out of your pain. They don't care nothing about no white supremacy. All they care about is greed and money. They report that Elon Musk now is worth $1 trillion. No man needs that. No man or woman needs that much money. If I have that much money or have access to it, that means God has commissioned me to give it away. He did not commission me to hold on to it. Because look, you can only buy so many cars, so many clothes. You can only take so many vacations. You can only buy so many homes to stay in. You can only buy so much. And the thing is, you can't take it with you when the Lord ready. So you might as well treat people right. But that's not how the greedy among them think. Now, you look at us as FBA. They have prepared us constantly for this. And why you think, listen, she's crying, FBAs are having a good time. We're living in the same country, the same economy, and do you see FBAs crashing out, crying, how we make it? I don't know what to do, this and that and the third. We like, man, we doing great in this economy. What are you talking about? Yeah, the gas is high. Yeah, the food is a trip, all that. But we good. You know why we good? Because when y'all was living in immense privilege, and y'all could have cared less about what the government was doing to us, like redlining, y'all complaining about AI data centers, about the environment. Y'all didn't say nothing when they were putting petrochemical plants in our communities, dumping toxic chemicals and causing cancer into our people. Y'all didn't say nothing. And when y'all didn't say nothing about the toxicity in our communities, and y'all did care less, that's why they're going to put the AI data centers in your neighborhood. When you said nothing about gentrification, that's what they're going to do to you. Listen, everything that they have done to us, they're going to do to you. Your people are going to do it to you. See, a lot of you had this nightmare scenario that black people are going to take over and rise up against you and do your things. And that is furthest from the truth of how we think as black Americans. We're not even thinking about y'all in that manner. We don't even want to be engaging with y'all. We just like, look, man, you do you, let us do us. We ain't got to be fighting with each other. We ain't got to be arguing with each other. Let us live our life. That's really most black people. We're really not trying to fight nobody. But you know who's going to deliver you all that pain that we have suffered? It's going to be the Elon Musk of the world, the Jeff Bezos, the Donald Trumps, the Koch brothers, all these different people that's part of the 1%. They're going to deliver you the pain that they have inflicted on us. They're going to inflict it on you times 10. Because the difference between you and us is that y'all will crash out and y'all got a lot of guns. So they really going to inflict you more because so you don't rise up against them. You're going to be so bogged down in oppression that you don't even have the time to do anything. You're talking about the tools you got. You're not going to be able to afford no bullets. You're not going to be able to afford your place to stay. These people is on y'all head. Like I say, it don't bother us about anything. We don't care what administration's in there, Democrat or Republican. Our life don't change regardless. It never have. So we have learned to adapt no matter what the situation is. See, black Americans, we have a PhD in white supremacy. And what's happening in white supremacy is like Tupac said, eating his babies. They turn it on y'all now. They look at y'all and say, wait a minute, we just don't want them black people's money. No. We want your money. They deboing y'all. That's what they doing right now. And it's an interesting time to be in. And I thank God I got to see it. Thank God I got to see all of it. When I told you we are in the final hour of white supremacy, we are in the final hour. They're going to experience things they never experienced before. And I told you, and I'm going to repeat this again, and because I just feel it like that. By the time President Donald Trump get out of office, these people are not going to know whether they're coming or going. There's going to be a lot of breakdowns, crash outs, and other things that they do when they suffer financially. And I just don't want to say that word here on this platform. It's going to be a lot of that because this is going to happen. People like Donald Trump and the gang is going to make immense money, more than they ever made before. And the people like this lady in this video is going to lose immense money like they never lost before. That's what's going to happen. So what Donald Trump and the 1% going to say, this is the best economy ever. Oh my God. Like this has been great. The stock market, all this stuff, it's been great. I made billions of dollars. While at the same time, the people like the lady in this video in his community is going to say, I've lost it all. I've lost it all in this economy. What are they talking about? and FBAs, us, we're not gonna lose it all. We gonna be gaining right with Trump and them. Believe it or not, we will. Because we know how to deal with it to the point, and we know how to make moves. See, look, all the moves we're making right now is going to increase our overall wealth. Think about it. Let's start from the beginning. 2020 into 2024 election. You politically delineated. That caused mass confusion with us with the Democrat Party. You politically delineated. What happens when you did that and got away from the Democrat Party and all the mess? You start looking at self, start loving self and loving your community a lot more. Then the next step, you delineate it within the diaspora. You say, look, yeah, we part of it, but we got to focus on our culture. This flat blackness just not working. Everybody don't want to do flat blackness. We say we all black. You want to say you're this. Okay. Now this is the funny part. We have established, blackness as foundational Black American from the soil. Now everybody want to be black now. Everybody. Things that they would say, I don't want to be black. I ain't this, I ain't that. Now everybody trying to say they got a black-owned business. Funny, right? So we delineated that way. Now we're financially delineating. The Asian community is experiencing that right now. And we transferring that wealth back to the black community. Another thing we did, we told everybody, you're on your own. We're not coming to your rescue. When the Latino community was saying, hey, why don't you come help us with ICE? They're like, no. Because a lot of you never know. You will side with them folks too. You fight them people. We'll fight, but only when it comes to what we got going on. So we have literally put ourselves in a powerful position as Black Americans. And trust me, once this financial piece really gets solidified, and then we get more financial discipline and financial knowledge so we don't squander the money that we have and know how to keep money and know how to grow our money. Once we get to that point, man, we are really a force to be reckoned with. And people going to look at Black Americans and say, wow, prior to Trump coming in office, they were just so scattered all over the place. Now they are more stronger than ever, even in the chaos of Trump. How did this happen? And this is going to be a permanent change for Black people. This is not going to be temporary. This is going to be a permanent. In other words, like Kamala Harris, we're not going back. We're not going back just to be this political slaves of the Democrat Party. We're not going back to fighting everybody else's battles. We're not going back to not being proud of who we are. We're not going back to just giving out trillions of dollars away to other communities who disrespect us, who are anti-Black, who have taken our lives over decades, lied on us during the pandemic. We're not going back to the disrespect. This is a new day, a proud day for Black Americans. But for others, it's not going to be so proud. And what we all have learned is that we have been the glue that have been keeping America and all these other groups together. Because when the glue removed itself, everybody started falling apart. Have you noticed that? We are literally upholding America on our own. And we said, yeah, y'all got it. We cool. Do you. We gonna worry about us for a change. Everything is falling apart. And I'm gonna tell you what, they gonna be begging Black people to come save them. Literally. They're gonna be begging. They're gonna end up wanting a Black president again. I'm telling you, it's coming. That's how bad it's gonna get. They're gonna want a Black president because they're gonna say, well, when Obama was in office, he saved us from the housing crisis and the bank crisis. We need another Black president. Oh, they're gonna want another one? They better believe they're gonna want another one. Now, we know, I'm not discussing Obama's lineage and Obama's history. I'm just talking about how they're going to feel about it. They're going to want another Black president. And they will be willing to vote for him. Because that's how bad off their own people going to put them. And if they get a black president, America will become prosperous. Period. It will become prosperous. And it will be great for everybody. And maybe at that time period, you can get a black Senate and you can get a black House. And watch how quick America turn around, and watch how great America would be for everybody. Everybody. Because the one thing about us as black people, we're not trying to just do people wrong. We just say, just treat everybody right. Treat us right. We have never said we wanted to lord and master over America and treat people wrong. That's what them folks do. That's oppressive. I'm telling y'all, all this is coming. It's more and more immense pain coming. It's not done. It's not done at all. It's just the beginning. Trust me, this is going to be 4 hard, long years for the folks. And even when Donald Trump get out of office, they still the suffering will never leave. They were saying they hard, let's get a Democrat. That'll change things. It's not going to change a thing. The financial suffering will never go away. And that's why they're going to come to you and me. How are y'all making it? Can you just instruct me, like, what to do? Well, I could tell that lady right now, she's talking about she can't make it, get rid of that dog. Dogs cost money to feed them. Dogs, you got to take them to the vet. That's money. You can't afford a dog. Sometimes you can't afford a dog. I know you love a dog, but get rid of that dog. That's one piece of financial advice I can give you. When I say get rid of them, like give them to the ASPCA or something like that. I'm not saying to the pound, but you can't take care of them. But you know, people like her won't part with that dog. She'll be homeless with the dog. And that's her choice. That's her choice. I'm not saying that she's going to be homeless, but I'm just giving you an example of how they think. The dog is way more important to them. To us, hey, we got to feed these kids. We ain't about, no, a dog got to go on by his business. It's an animal at the end of the day. It's not a human. But oh yes, this lady and others that we've been covering, it's going to be immense suffering. And I'm glad it has nothing to do with us. They can't point blame at us. They can't say nothing about us because all their own people doing it to them. And that's just the ironic thing, because we told them their people how they were treating us. They call us lazy. They call us all kind of names. Now, we'll be calling you lazy, fix your issue. Are you pulling yourself up by your bootstraps so they pay bills for you at this moment? It won't, huh?